There's a ton of stuff in the news today. CBS announced it was firing Les Moonves without paying him his $120 million in severance. Japan has said it's getting back into the military game, building its first aircraft carrier since World War II. Yeah, so basically Japan is like Louis C.K. They're like, okay, we did something bad, but I think enough time has passed. Got to get back in the game now. And if you love weapons and the news of the Trump administration banning bump stocks has you sad, well, New York State is about to turn that frown upside down.
A federal judge rules New York's statewide ban on nunchucks is unconstitutional under the Second Amendment. The ban on the martial arts weapon was adopted in 1974. There were fears the popularity of kung fu films would lead to criminals, especially young gang members, using nunchucks.
Yes! Do you hear that, people? Nunchucks are back, baby! They're back! Back! What? I feel like I'm 14 years old again. I'm gonna go out and buy some nunchucks and then go home and masturbate furiously. And all of this is happening thanks to the lawsuit of one very committed New Yorker. Cowabunga, dude. Thank you. I will say, New York clearly has its priorities off. Like, it's taking forever to legalize weed, but nunchucks are now fair game. Like, of all the cities in America, New York is the worst place to legalize nunchucks. Everyone is already highly strung, and now you're throwing in ninja tools? Like, subway fights are about to get real. Like, the only good thing about New York is that it's maybe too crowded to actually pull your arm out. So people are gonna be in the train like, man, if I had 2 feet, oh man, and you off, lady, I would be, I swear to God, once this train clears out after Canal Street, I'm gonna kick all your ass. For now, I'm just gonna make the Bruce Lee sounds. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I will say though, like, the one benefit of nunchucks is that it's the only weapon that hurts the user more than the victim. I like that. Yeah, it'd just be like someone mugging you, like, give me all your mug, give me all, give me all your, Yeah, if I'm in a nunchuck mugging, there's a 50% chance that I'm walking away with his watch. I like that. Moving on to some other news. By now, we all know about the gender wage gap between men and women. It's really the worst gap after the baby gap. Nothing in my size. And today, the World Economic Forum released a study saying that the gender wage gap is going away. Yeah. In 202 years. Sorry, I should have led with that part. Yeah, which, let's be honest, is bad news for everyone who's alive today, because it means at this rate, we won't live to see the gap close. All right, well, except for Jennifer Lopez, who's the only person aging slowly enough. Yeah, because in 200 years, she'll be like, what, 57, I think? No, wait, 58, sorry, 58. Moving on to some technology news, it turns out people hate it.
People are slashing tires, throwing rocks, pointing guns at self-driving cars. People in Arizona have recorded 21 incidents of this in the past 2 years. Now, the Arizona Republic reports in other cases, people stood in front of the vehicles to prevent them from driving, yelled at them, chased them, and forced them off the road. The article says people appear to be frustrated by their presence.
People are chasing and yelling at cars? I'm pretty sure this has less to do with self-driving cars and more to do with Arizona's meth problem. Because someone shouting at a car just sounds like a crazy guy who's seen Transformers way too many times. He's just like, hey, you Bumblebee? You Bumblebee? I know you're Bumblebee. Bumblebee, I know you're there. I kind of understand it, though. It's got to mess with you when you have road rage, but then there's no one to direct it at. You're just driving in your car, you're like, you cut me off, you invisible asshole, you not even here, piece of shit. You know what, man, I'll just throw a rock at you. And finally, in headlines, the world's worst charity has closed its doors.
President Trump will be closing down his charity, the Donald J. Trump Foundation. It was sued by New York's Attorney General over claims that Donald Trump's children abused its tax-exempt status and violated campaign finance laws.
We have a tweet here from the New York State AG, Attorney General's office. The foundation functioned as little more than a checkbook to serve Mr. Trump's interests. Our lawsuit remains ongoing.
That's right. Donald Trump's charity, which frequently spent money on Donald Trump, has been forced to shut down. which makes sense. I mean, if the beneficiary of the charity has become president, I think the charity has done its job. It's time to shut it down. Yeah, it's the same way all the people who used to send me $1 when I was back in Africa stopped paying me when I became host of The Daily Show. It's done. Yeah, it worked out. And if you're saying, hey, Trevor, weren't you already successful before you got this job? What the f are you, Robert Mueller? Shut up. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm even shocked that Trump had a charity. I always thought the only Trump charity was the women who agreed to have sex with him, but this is real. This is real. And it turns out the Trump Foundation did a lot of shady shit that caught the eye of investigators. Like when Trump used $12,000 from his charity to buy himself a helmet signed by Tim Tebow, which is something even Tim Tebow wouldn't want. And he even spent 10,000 charity dollars to buy a portrait of himself to hang up in his own golf club. Yeah. I mean, at this point, the least the man can do is donate that painting to a child. Yeah. Free nightmares for the rest of your life.